Hey guys, welcome back to my podcast. It's your girl Remzy, and today we're going to talk about the time I was Baker acted and spent my birthday in a mental hospital. This is going to be separated into episodes because not everything is going to fit into one podcast. I only got 15 minutes, dog. Like, bear with me, okay? Today we're only going to talk about how the fuck this all went down because honestly, it's fucking insane how this even came about. And then inside is a whole other story, which we'll cover in another podcast. But man, I did not expect this shit to happen when I woke up that day. It was a regular ass Thursday. And I had class in the morning, went to class, came back home, had breakfast, and got ready so I can go to a doctor's appointment. Here are my two mistakes. One, I didn't go to this doctor's appointment with my mommy. My mommy always goes to my doctor's appointments with me. And the one time she doesn't go with me, I get fucking Baker acted. Two, I went to see a new doctor rather than seeing the doctor I always see every single fucking time I go. I chose to see a new one, right? Anyways, I get there, they put me in a room, and the doctor walks in. She is like around my age, probably like late 20s, maybe early 30s, very young, and I was like, in my mind, I'm like, oh my god, this is going to be awesome because she can like understand me. She's a woman. She's like around my age. Perfect. Wrong. This woman, very nice at first. She's like, so what's the point of this appointment? The two reasons why I went was my yearly checkup, and I only wanted to ask about CBD oil. That's all. Didn't want to know where I could get it. Didn't want to know the science behind it. Nothing crazy. Just wanted to know if CBD could help with anxiety. That's all. That is fucking all. So I tell her I'm there for my yearly checkup. And she's like explaining to me like, you know, the regular, oh, we're going to do this and that, blah, blah, blah. And before she leaves, I'm like, hey, can I ask you a question? It's just like a quick question. She's like, yeah, what's up? I'm like, I wanted to ask about CBD because I have a friend who's taking it for her anxiety and it's been helping her. She's like, oh no, I don't know anything about CBD, which is fucking weird because you would think, oh, since you're a doctor, you would keep yourself informed of, you know, the new things that are coming out and new ways of dealing with anything, right? At least that's what I think. You should continue keeping yourself informed and just learning every single day. But she was like, no, I don't know anything about that. But that's cool. Are you seeing a therapist? And I was like, no, I've been seeing a psychiatrist. The therapist that works with that psychiatrist has been booked for months, so I haven't been able to see them. She's like, why are you dealing with anxiety? And I was like, well, it's like regular stuff. You know, sometimes I get stressed. Maybe it's school. Maybe it's like I had a fight with a friend or a disagreement with a friend, or I don't know. Sometimes I get stressed because I'm on my period. Like, I don't know. It's like regular stuff, nothing crazy, right? And she's like, well, there must be something going on at home. Why are you so stressed? And I was like, I just explained, like, I guess stressed for normal stuff is not really that crazy. And she's like, well, like, what are you thinking of? Like, what is your mind going through? Like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. There's nothing really going on. She's like, are your thoughts fine? Are you fine? Like, she's like really pushing this idea. Like, I don't know. She's like trying to get something out of me. And this is my, like, this is I want to say this is my mistake, but it's really not. Because I mentioned intrusive thoughts. Because she kept pestering me with like, are your thoughts okay? Are you thinking okay? Etc., etc. And I was like, my thoughts are fine. With the occasional, like, you know, sprinkle of intrusive thought. But it's not like anything insane. And she's like, intrusive thoughts? What are those? And I was like, I'm a psychology major, and intrusive thoughts are very normal. They happen from stress or not getting enough sleep. And she's like, what do you mean? I don't get intrusive thoughts. Like, lucky you, bitch. What the fuck? What? You know, like, what the fuck? Why are you telling me that? So she's like, why are you having these intrusive thoughts? What's going on? And I'm like, I already explained what intrusive thoughts are. Like, I don't know exactly what you want from me. She honestly, wholeheartedly started making me feel like I was fucking crazy. So she's like, are you suicidal? Do you want to hurt yourself? Etc., etc. She's like pushing this fucking idea of like, I want to hurt myself. And I'm like, no ounce of me wants to die. Like, like, I am fine. I don't want to die. And she's like, no, but you must be suicidal. And she's like, she keeps just saying the same shit, just like rephrasing it. After maybe 5 minutes of this and me just denying, she's like, give me 1 second, I'll be right back. She leaves. And after 2 minutes of her leaving, she comes back with another doctor. And she's like, I'm going to leave you with this person. She walks out. The other doctor comes in, sits down, and they're looking at me and they're like, listen. They give me that face. You know that face? When someone's trying to care for you, you know that face? They're like, oh, I'm here for you. That face. But it's almost like ill. Because it's almost like fake in a way. Whatever. This doctor sits down, they're like, oh, listen, we're here for you. And all we want is for you to be happy. And we want to take care of you. We called the cops. Listen, as soon as she fucking said that, I was like, what? The police? The popo? 12? You called them? You care for me, and then you follow up with that? I don't understand what's happening. So I'm now experiencing anxiety, and CBD would really fucking help at this point, right? The shit that got me in this fucking hole that has been dug for me because I didn't even technically dig myself in it. This woman just kept gaslighting me into this fucking hole. And now I have another doctor believing another doctor. And I'm just like, what? Hold down, slow down, stop. Like, please. I start crying. I'm like, I don't want to kill myself. Like, I'm happy. I may not look it right now, but I am genuinely happy. You guys are scaring me. Right? And the doctor's like, listen, this doctor told me that you've been saying some disturbing things. And I'm like, what in the fuck have I said that's disturbing? Because I haven't even described my intrusive thoughts. All I said was that I had occasional intrusive thoughts. Bro. Shit got blown out of proportion. And quick. They told me they had the cops on the way. They were like, do you live with someone? You know, someone that can pick you up later, etc., etc. They told me, oh, they're just going to keep you overnight. Bullshit. All right? If you get Baker acted, by law, you're in there for 48 to 72 hours. Okay? By law. So, but they're telling me, oh, no, you're going to be there for like a couple hours. They're like playing it off like I'm going to be there for a couple of hours. I'm going to talk to a therapist or something and I'm just going to fucking leave. No, right? So I'm scared shitless at this point. I'm crying. I'm thinking, oh my God, fucking cops are going to show up and like handcuff me because, you know, I'm already in a high level of anxiety. Like, I'm not thinking clearly anymore. They call my parents And they're on the phone with my mom, and they're telling her, like, I want to kill myself. Like, literally flat out, hey, your daughter's not coming home today. The cops are coming to take her to a special hospital. And we're doing this because she claims to want to commit suicide. Which I never said, right? I'm sobbing at this point because now I'm thinking, fuck, my mom now thinks I want to die. They put me on the phone with my mom. I can't even talk from how much I'm fucking crying. And my mom's like, oh my God, mommy, like, you looked so happy this morning. Why didn't you tell me anything? Like, you know, you can always confide in me. Like, why do you want to kill yourself, etc., etc. I can't talk. Hearing my mom saying all that shit to me. And these people fucking lying to me. Like, putting me in this situation for no fucking reason, right? All of this is happening. I can't talk. I'm literally choked up to the point I can't speak. Cops show up, right? It's a guy and a woman. A woman around my mom's age, and this guy is like maybe in his mid-30s. The lady is like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. Like, why do you want to kill yourself? It's okay. Like, we're going to take you somewhere where you're going to be safe. Everything's going to be fine, etc., right? Whatever. The guy cop is like, dude, I was there before. Trust me. Like, I got help and I'm fine now. Like, it's going to get better, etc., etc. I'm there like, what the fuck is my life right now? I can't register. Everything's happening way too fast. They're walking me to the cop car and I'm just like, can the world just slow down for a second? Just 1 second. But no, I'm being put into a cop car and taken to a fucking hospital. Like, literally while we're walking to the car, I'll never forget this woman's face. She's like talking to me and just like trying to lift me up when I really don't want to kill myself. Like, this is all fucking bullshit, right? I look at her and I'm like, I'm not suicidal. I'm not supposed to be going here. I don't know why this is happening. She looks at me with like a stupid ass face and she's like, everything's gonna be okay. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck, yo? So whatever, I get driven to this hospital. The whole time I'm just like a nervous wreck, crying. We get there, they get me out of my clothes, put me in a gown and put me on a bed, take all of my stuff, and I am sitting on a bed for like 8 hours or so. I don't know. My doctor's appointment was like around 1 or 2, and I didn't get into a room of my own in like the behavioral center until midnight. So count how many fucking hours that is. All right, I was sitting on a bed that whole fucking time in a fucking hospital in just my undies and a gown, crying for the most part. It was like a roller coaster, and they had someone sitting like nearby, just like kind of watching me. So, and, you know, because I guess people that get Baker-acted usually run away. Where the fuck am I gonna go to? Y'all have my address. I'm stuck. I'm in timeout for no reason. I'm literally being punished for no fucking reason, right? I'm gonna continue this story on the next podcast, but like, this is just the beginning. I hope you guys like this story. I did not enjoy this experience, but I think it's funny to think back now because, you know, you gotta laugh at the shit you go through, because if you don't, man, you're just gonna be sad all the fucking time, right? Shit was rough, but it was a learning experience, and it really opened my eyes. I'll see you guys in the next podcast. Peace out, Girl Scout.